Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you back today for a new pick a card reading. I hope that all of you are doing amazing today and having a wonderful day. I do have a bit of a cold right now, so that's why my voice might sound a bit unusual, but I hope it's not gonna bother you too much. I still wanted to do this reading for you today. But this reading is meant to find you right before everything starts to happen for you. It's a message that you're meant to receive in this time before things start to shift in your life, things start to change. So we'll be looking into what your spirit guides and your angels want to say to you today. And we have 3 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1 with Temperance, pile number 2 with Judgment, and pile number 3 with the Hangman. Please feel free to choose any pile that you feel most drawn to, and then you can skip to the timestamps which are in the description box, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hello my beautiful pile number 1. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be a reading for today about what is the message that you need to hear before everything starts to happen for you. So pile number 1 for your card today, you guys feel drawn to this beautiful Temperance with the blue butterfly as well as the rose quartz crystal. So this is your pile for today, pile number 1. Let's start with your reading and let's see why is this message finding you, and what do your guides, your angels want to say to you before things start to happen for you, things start to unfold. So I'm gonna start with some oracle cards as usual, and let's see what is your message. For pile number 1, Spirit, what does pile number 1 need to hear before everything starts to happen for pile number 1? What message needs to come through for pile number 1? For pile number 1, Spirit Guides and Angels, what is the message they need in this time before everything starts to happen? Okay, so I'm going to start with these 3 and we'll get more if we need to. Wow, oh my god, look at the synchronicity, pile 1. You have the transformation card with the butterfly for the 2nd time today. I love when this happens because it really is, it's a sign that the reading is in sync with your pile and your energy. So we do have the transformation showing up. Okay. You also have the gift card with Pisces and New Moon. Okay, so with the new moon energy, it's indicating that, there is fresh energy starting, there is new energy beginning here in your pile. And you also have the Eagle. You're learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. Wow, so I feel like this is finding you, pile number 1, in a really major moment of awakening. Okay, I see that you guys are awakening, you're transforming, I feel a lot of you might be like shedding your old self, like your old beliefs, maybe your old habits, your old thinking like patterns, or your old thinking patterns. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. And I feel like this is finding you in a time where you're really becoming a new person. It's almost like I'm getting this freeing energy coming from you because I don't know, you might be finding yourself in a time where you're starting to feel free to be who you actually are and think like the person who, you want to be or who you aspire to be. So I really feel like this is finding you at a very transformative time. And I feel like you're coming out of this period of learning or needing to be patient with yourself in the process of becoming a better version of yourself, because maybe it might have felt frustrating for you in the past because you knew you had a potential, maybe you knew you had a gift, right? It's like you can feel it in yourself, you can see it that you have this gift, you have this talent, this potential, but it just doesn't seem to come through in the way that you imagine it to be. And I feel like you've been in this process of developing and growing and getting closer, to reaching that level, to be that person that you inspire to be. But I feel like you're right at that point where you're going to transform into the person who you've always wanted to be. That's what I'm seeing from your cards. I feel like you're right at that point where you're ready to, come out of the cocoon, come out from behind the scenes, which is that process of developing and learning and making mistakes here and there, right? So it can be frustrating, and it requires a lot of patience, a lot of experimentation, because I feel like you guys didn't choose the easy way is also what I'm hearing for you, pile number one. You know, being patient and experimentation, I feel like it requires a lot of, you know, like mental, physical strength, a lot of self-belief, self-esteem, and I feel like you didn't choose the easy way in regards to something. You chose to struggle and to find your way, your own way is what I'm hearing. And I feel like this reading is finding you before that moment where you're kind of coming to conclusions, or you're coming to an end of that period, you know, of learning, experimenting, finding yourself, finding your gift perhaps, and you are starting new. You're starting a new beginning here. I'm sensing like there's fresh energy in your aura, in your energy pile here. And with the eagle, I feel like you're really focused right now. Like it feels to me like you have your goals straight, you have your attention straight, you feel very focused, you feel very smart, very, you know, like wise as well. And I feel like moving forward, you're just ready to aim for what you want, and you're ready to go after what you want without really needing to take detours or pauses to learn and figure things out, because that is what you're leaving behind. And here, you know, in your message, it says you're learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. So I do feel like you're also, with this kind of growth that's coming through for you, you're also, you know, connecting more spiritually. You're starting to maybe understand spirituality for yourself better, how it all works, how it resonates for you, and what do the signs mean for you, what do the synchronicities mean for you, your intuition, all of that, you know. I feel like you're really mastering this area of your life, or you're reaching, you know, new conclusions that are going to help you out long term to, you know, be more in tune with life, be more in tune with yourself, your intuition, and your instincts as well. But I feel with the eagle being present here, it's showing me that your mind, your focus is in the right places, in the right area. So now that you kind of, you know, it took a while for you guys to sort of form this opinion or form this persona that you have become right now. But I feel like now you sort of have your mind set in place, your mindset is on the right place. So you're ready to just like move in that direction without needing to take so many detours or pauses, or, you know, because again, like I mentioned, it feels to me like you chose the hard way, you know, to figure things out for yourself, to find yourself. But now that you are coming to conclusion with that, I feel like things are going to start to move in a much more like effective, productive pace for you. Let's get your tarot cards to see more about what this is talking about. So for pile number one, Spirit, what do you need to tell them? What do they need to hear before everything starts to happen? Oh, Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So this is really saying that things are really things are really going to start to get moving for you. I'm seeing a lot more fast-paced energy, a lot more action. I feel like you guys went through a period like that might have been a bit frustrating for you, because you sort of knew what you needed to do, but maybe not know how to execute it. And I feel like you went through this phase of becoming the person who could execute that, right? So I feel now with the Knight of Wands, things are gonna start to move much faster for you, pile one. Okay, so we have the World. So you're coming to a conclusion of a chapter of your life right now. Okay, the World is the card. When I see the World, I always think of, you know, you're ending a chapter of your life and you're starting a new one, as we mentioned here with the new moon. So it feels to me like you are embarking on a new chapter of your life here. That's when this reading is finding you, when you're closing that old chapter. You know, our life it's not one chapter, it will have many, right? So I feel like you're closing one chapter and you're starting a new one. Makes a lot of sense, you know, with a lot of this like transformative energy in your pile. We also have the Ten of Wands. So this is the chapter of your life that you guys are closing. I feel it's this chapter of, you know, like labor and dedication, and it does feel like you had a quite of a heavy load back then, and I just heard that you were catching up. So I don't know if some of you felt like you needed to learn as much as possible in the shortest amount of time so that you can catch up on maybe the work that you have been missing out. And I feel like this is why maybe this past period of your life has been a bit demanding, draining, or like heavy with a lot of obligations, tasks, things to fulfill, because it feels to me like you have been catching up on things that you have been missing out. We also have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. Oh, wow. Okay, and we also have the Eight of Wands. So yeah, things are really going to start to get moving really fast in terms of I feel your purpose, pile number one. Like I'm seeing with the Page of Pentacles and the Lovers, it's really showing to me that something destined is showing up in the area of your profession, your career. And I feel with the Ten of Wands, it's making a lot of sense to me. Like you have really had to hustle maybe in the past few years to get yourself to this point, but now I feel you're just ready for things to start moving for you and to start actually receiving the results that you were aiming for in the beginning. I see that you have been very patient throughout this whole process, but it was just needed, for you to learn, to develop, and to grow, to become the person who you are today, who can handle this kind of momentum that's coming in your life, or this kind of opportunity that's coming in your life. But I feel like what's about to start happening for you is like you starting to fulfill your purpose, you starting to fulfill your destiny in terms of like your profession, your career, and just like doing what you always knew you were meant to do. But I just feel like perhaps prior you didn't have the skills to execute it correctly. So again, maybe that's why you felt a bit even frustrated with yourself at times, because you had like this vision and you were like, oh, I know I have this potential, I know I had this gift, but it just doesn't seem to come out. Like I have it in my mind, but in real life it doesn't translate the same way. And I feel like it was because you were growing, right? You still weren't there yet with your abilities and your skills, your mindset. So now that you have evolved and you have changed, I feel like your spirit guides want to say to you that now you're ready for the actual part to start unfolding, the part that you were awaiting to start unfolding all this time. So yeah, I feel like you're ending this kind of period of just things being so tasking and so demanding, and a lot of obligations, a lot of maybe appointments, or developing skills, because maybe you started to learn a certain skill at a later age of your life. So you kind of felt like, okay, I need to rush and learn this as quick as possible in the shortest amount of time so that I could actually start, getting to the part of like fulfilling my purpose and my destiny and using this gift in a way, right? Because our gift is given, but we need to develop it. We need to work on it. So I feel like you were just kind of trying to cram into learning it as fast as possible, because maybe you started to develop it at an older age for some of you. Okay, so I feel with that, you're ready to really start approaching your destiny and your purpose here, and things will really start to get moving quickly here for you. So, it makes a lot of sense, because this really is meant to find you before things start to happen for you, pile number one. So I feel, let's get your last two cards here to see if there's anything else your guides want to say for pile number one. Okay, so let's see these two and then we'll end your reading. Wow, we have beginnings. Don't be afraid to start small. So yeah, I was really picking up this energy of new beginnings for you, pile number one. So I feel like your guides want you to, start small. Now that you're starting to approach the actual part of pursuing your purpose, pursuing your destiny, start with something small, something that is manageable for you in this time. Maybe if you're planning to start working on a project, think small, think with what you have available. Don't overwhelm yourself with being maybe so professional or having the best of the best in the beginning. I feel like you should be just focusing on working with what you have in this time, and slowly things will develop and it will work. So don't try to jump hoops. That's also something that I'm hearing for you. You might have a tendency to get a bit impatient, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like you kind of are understanding this right now with the eagle, and you kind of know when to, you know, maybe like not make your goals smaller, but just think of them in a more manageable way of execution for you in this time. And you also have the twilight, surrender to the last hour when the light barely touches the flowers. So surrender to the last hour. And very interesting, because the topic for today is like, you know, the last thing you need to hear before everything starts to happen, or this will find you before everything starts to happen. So it does seem like you're in that period of like, you're in the last hour, you know, maybe things are gonna start to happen for you tomorrow. I'm honestly seeing this being more of like a mindset change, or like an approach change, where you start to take action and your projects start to develop, your projects start to unfold. So that is the kind of thing I'm seeing for you happening. So it does feel like you should just surrender to this last hour before things are kind of quiet, maybe before things feel still very personal. And I feel with your next plans and what you have planned to do next, things are going to get a lot more serious and a lot more professional, a lot more official, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So enjoy the last moments that you have when things still feel, when the things still feel so personal and like it's just you. Because maybe if you're working on a project, you might have been working just by yourself, but now other people might start to get involved, and bigger things are gonna start to come your way. So just enjoy while things are still quiet and it's just you. I feel like that is what your guides want to say to you today, pile number 1. So that is what I have for your reading today. I hope this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be a reading for today about what is the message that you need to hear before everything starts to happen for you. So pile number 2 for your card today, you guys feel drawn to this beautiful Judgment card, as well as the yellow crystal. All right, so this is your pile number 2. Let's begin with your reading, and let's see what message do your guides, your angels, want to deliver to you before things start to unfold and start to happen for you. So I will start with some oracle cards as usual, and let's see what is your message. For pile number 2, spirit guides and angels, what is the message pile number 2 needs to hear before things starts to happen for them? For pile number 2, what message needs to come through for pile number 2? Pile number 2, what message needs to come through before things start to happen? Okay, so I will start with these 3 and we'll get more as we go. Okay, so for your first card, you guys have openness. Okay, so similar energies, because you know, here we have the light bulb and here we have the illuminating full moon. So I feel like the symbol is quite similar already, but we have openness. Okay, so be open-minded in this time. I feel like you need to be open. That's what your guys are saying. Be open right now. We have alchemy with Virgo and full moon. Be open to creation. Interesting. And we also have the Oriole bird. I hope that's how you pronounce it. It says, a new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. Wow, I just said, be open to creation. And then this card shows up for you. A new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. Okay, so it makes a lot of sense, you know, with the fact that you were drawn to the light bulb, which, you know, we usually associate that with new ideas and new creative ventures, new ideas to start pursuing or to create. So I feel this reading is finding you in a time where you're maybe starting to embark on developing a new project, or you're starting to, maybe you just recently got an idea, or you're about to get an idea of a project or something creative that you want to start doing, a process of creation, right? And I feel like this reading is finding you maybe before that idea hits, or before you start to execute or develop that idea that you have right now. So you might already have the idea, but maybe you're thinking about starting to work on it, and that's when the reading finds you. So I feel like what your guides want to say to you in terms of this is to be open-minded in this process of creation. You know, be open to creation. I'm hearing, don't be so stubborn. Don't be so, this is how it's going to be, this is how it's going to be, I'm not budging, right? I feel like when we get an idea, we need to be really open to developing that idea, because it can become and turn into something so much more than if we just stick to, you know, the same perspective as when we got the idea. You know, idea is just an idea, but then there needs to be that whole process of developing that idea and making adjustment and making changes. So I feel, be open in the process of how you're going to execute this, or how you're going to develop this idea as well, because there might be even better ideas coming your way too, and you might get even a better idea than what you have already. So make your judgment here. You know, with a judgment, it's like follow your instinct, follow your intuition, make the right call in terms of this. I feel like pile number 2, you're about to start creating. Okay, you're about to embark in this new process of creation, and I feel like your guides also want to say to you, see this project as a positive change. I feel like this project really can impact your life in a positive way. Maybe it will change the course of your career. Maybe it will change the course of your life, the course of your perspective. But it does feel like whatever you're planning to do has the potential to change your life in a really positive way. Now, this might be also something that you've never done before, okay? This might be also something that is kind of straying you away from your current path. And it might feel a bit scary for some of you, but I feel it's a change for the better. It's sort of like a calling that you have to pursue. You know, you might have been doing one thing for the rest of your life. You might have been doing one thing for the entirety of your life, but now you're getting this calling, you know, which is the judgment energy. It's, you know, the energy of awakening, of getting a calling, getting an idea. You know, your angels are calling you to rise up to pursue your purpose. So you might have gotten like this calling within you that's saying, let's go in a different direction, or let's try something new, let's do this, you know. So maybe this idea or this project that you want to start might be something different than what you're currently doing. And it maybe is making you a bit anxious, but that's why you're getting this message that, you know, a new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. See this idea that you're getting as a change for the better, and as a change for something positive to unfold in your life. So let's get your tarot cards to see what else you need to hear, pile number 2. Spirit guides and angels, what is the message that needs to come through for this pile? Oh, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, I definitely feel like this idea that, or project that you guys want to start to develop has so much potential, especially to bring you status, to bring you luxury, to bring you wealth, help you build the life that you always wanted to live. Like, I feel this idea or this project is going to help lead you towards the life you've always dreamt of having. But you need to be open, right, to accept the change, to accept that you're maybe starting something new, and it might feel a bit scary in the beginning. Not scary, but I would say, you know, it's just something new, so you might feel a bit uncertain about it. But I hear, like, go ahead, give it a try, okay? Because you're getting this calling for a reason. We also have, yes, the 8 of Cups. So this is the exact energy I was picking up, that you're kind of starting to feel that you want to do something else. Okay, something else feels like it's calling your name. And that's why you need to be open to the change as well. I feel like your guides really just want you to be open-minded right now in your situation, in your life, and what's happening, because being open-minded will help you move in a new direction towards the life you've always dreamt of having. Okay, so be open-minded in this time. Be open-minded to changes, to things changing. And you know, it's always uncomfortable when things start to change and they get us out of our routine, but change is necessary in order to expand, right? So I do feel, you know, Eight of Cups is that energy of walking away of something that we know to pursue something else. So I do feel that is what you might be going through. And that's when the reading is finding you before you're ready to maybe turn your attention more towards something else. Now, I don't feel like this is going to happen in such like a drastic way, right? It might be a process, but I just see you slowly turning away from what you know currently towards something new, a calling that you're having. That's how I'm seeing this. We also have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so don't self-sabotage yourself. Pile number 2 is also what I'm hearing. Page of Wands. We have the High Priestess. And we also have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Seven of Swords, I'm picking up this energy of not restricting your creativity, because I feel you're just a natural born creator with the Page of Wands. You maybe always had this spark, this creative energy to you. Maybe you've always wanted to pursue something creative. You've always known you were a creative person. You could be into art, music, painting, whatever, you know. But I feel you've always had this creative passion in you, but and that's where your intuition has always been, like, go towards something creative in terms of your career, do something new, something adventurous, something that not everybody else is doing. I feel like that is where your calling has always been towards. With the Seven of Swords, I'm getting to not let your thoughts self-sabotage you, or not letting your fears keep you stuck, okay? So don't restrict your creativity. Don't self-sabotage yourself to fit into trends, to fit into what everybody else is doing. Because with the Seven of Swords, this energy is coming through. You know, it can be a bit of a tricky energy. And when this card shows up, it's indicating that there is a bit of like tricky energy right now surrounding you. So this could be your thoughts that are trying to pull you back into your comfort zone, or they're trying to, you know, pull you back to what you're used to when your soul wants to expand and grow. So I would say that's why you need to be open-minded to the changes happening, and to, you know, the fact of it's going to be a bit uncomfortable because things are changing for you. So just be open-minded to it and try to go with the flow is also kind of what I'm getting here. With the Knight of Pentacles, again, I feel like this isn't going to be such a drastic change. It might be a bit of a process, but just go slow and steady. You don't need to rush, or you don't need to make this decision overnight, or, you know, you don't need to see the change happen overnight, is what your guides are saying. I feel like this kind of transition, and this might even help you, pile number 2, because I feel from your energy you might be somebody who is a bit uncomfortable or resistant to change. Okay, so I feel like this kind of approach will help you to do it in a natural way, in a slow-paced way. So don't focus on doing it overnight or making such a drastic cut in your life, is what your guides are saying. Slowly transition, okay? Slowly transition, and this might mean juggling 2 things in one time, but I feel this will help you and assure that you're going to make this leap of faith or this transition successfully, okay? So even though it might take some time, it's going to come out in a good way, in a successful way. It's not so much that you're taking a risk, or you're, you know, just leaving something and picking up something new, which might bring you even more stress and anxiety. I feel like you should do it in just like a slow-paced way, you know, slowly but surely transition and turn your focus towards something new. But yeah, follow your intuition in terms of this. I feel in terms of your career, follow your intuition and your instincts. So let's see your last 2 cards, pile number 2, to end your reading for today. Spirit, what is the last message you want to deliver to pile 2? So, okay, relax. So you guys need to relax. I feel like everything is going to be okay. You might, I was feeling this in your energy, you know, you might be a bit anxious, you might be a bit tense, because you do feel, you know, it's like maybe you have been doing this one thing your entire life, and then suddenly you get a new calling, or, you know, it's a time where you should make some adjustment or some changes to your life and to your patterns. And I feel like some of you this might be making you feel a bit, you know, uncertain because of the unknown energy that's in your life. But just relax is what you guys want to say. Like, things are gonna be fine. You do again have transform here. Rise above any situation and become the best version of you. So I feel like your guides want you to rise above your fears, you know, rise above your insecurities and this uncertain energy that's around you right now, because I feel like you guys, there is like this a bit of tricky energy right now present around you, and you just need to rise above it and dismiss it, and just become the best version of yourself, because you do have that opportunity right now to become the best version of yourself. So just be open-minded and release that tricky energy that's surrounding you, because I feel it's going to help you to move in a much more free and peaceful way. And you guys also have surprises. Venture down the rabbit hole. So yeah, venture down the rabbit hole. I feel it's a great way to end your reading here, because your guides are saying, you know, venture down that path you've been wanting to go towards. Because again, with the Eight of Cups, it does kind of make me feel that you're at a point where you maybe want to explore something new, or you want to start something new, something else. So venture down, right? Start exploring that part that is calling you. Again, this doesn't have to be such a drastic overnight change for you, pile number 2. It doesn't have to be so cutthroat and you know, such a risk. It can be a process. You can make it as a process. You can move slow. You can do one thing at a time. I feel like this might be the approach for you to, you know, ensure that you have your comfort, your peace, but also you're pursuing your idea and your calling. So I feel take a slower approach to this is what your guides are also saying. Like, make sure you're doing it in a way where it's stable and you're focusing on laying down a solid foundation rather than rushing in and doing things at once. So I feel like that's the message that needs to come through for you today, pile number 2. I hope that this reading resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you guys feel drawn to this pile, then this is going to be a reading for today about the message that you need to receive right before everything starts to happen for you. So pile number 3 for your card today, you guys feel drawn to this Hangman card. It's very beautiful, and you also have the green crystal for today. Okay, so that's your pile. Welcome to your reading, pile number 3. Let's get started right away, and let's see what message needs to be delivered to you before things starts to happen, things start to unfold. So I will start with your oracle cards, and let's see. For pile number 3, Spirit, what message needs to come through before things start to happen and unfold for them? For pile number 3, what message needs to come through for them? Spirit guides and angels, what message needs to be delivered to pile number 3 right before everything starts to happen for them? All right, so let's start with these 3 cards, and we'll get your tarot cards as we go along the way. So let's see, for your first card, wow, we have change. What a wonderful and bright energy right away for you, pile number 3. So we do have the Hangman here, and we have change. So I do want to say that this change is going to be quite positive for you. The kind of change I'm seeing happening in your life is in stagnation. That is the first thing that I heard, because with the Hangman, it could be a sign that you maybe have been feeling like you're sort of stuck in one place, or maybe stuck in one place in terms of like your evolution or seeing a progress, seeing results in a certain area of your life. But I do feel there is this energy of change coming through. So let's see all of your cards. Wow, we have new page with Sagittarius and new moon. Okay, so that is wonderful. Yeah, we have change, we have new page. It seems like the energy around you is feeling very different, very new, very inspiring. And we also have the crane bird for you. You will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity bless this union. Wow, so that is wonderful, pile number 3. Yeah, I'm seeing quite a bit of a drastic energy from maybe what you have been experiencing currently, or maybe the past few months, maybe the past few years for some of you. I do feel like you were kind of in this cocoon energy here with the hangman that you felt drawn to. Maybe things have been feeling a bit stagnant. Maybe you haven't been seeing things improve as fast as you wanted them to. For some of you, you might have been just feeling like you're behind the scenes working on something patiently. So there has been this energy of things are a bit slow, or they're kind of feeling like they're in one place, maybe for your recent past. But this reading is finding you before things start to change for you, is what Spirit wants to say. And I feel that after you see this reading, you're going to experience quite a bit of a change here, where you're turning a new page in your life. Perhaps you might be starting something new, such as a partnership, a project, working with somebody. I do feel like you want to start something new though. Like the energy before kind of felt a bit boring and stagnant. Maybe you were lacking ideas. You might have been lacking inspiration as well. Some of you maybe have felt creatively stuck or burnt out or blocked, but I feel that's changing as well. So a lot more color is about to come into your life. I feel a lot more fun energy, a lot more bright energy. And I see you're ready to, start. I feel this is talking about, like a project maybe with the new page, or start a partnership in terms of working with somebody. And maybe this is regards to your love life as well. So if things have been feeling a bit, empty in that area of your life, this could be a sign that a new person is showing up in your love life. So just see how this resonates with you, in one terms, what area of your life is currently more of your priority, I want to say. So it does feel like if you have been feeling a bit of a stagnant energy from your past, your guides are saying it's going to start to change. And a new person is coming in though, like a new person is coming in your life. It does feel like this is something that's beneficial for both parties. It's either a relationship or it's a career partnership, maybe a friend even for some of you. But I feel this person is coming in your life for a reason. They're coming in your life in the right time, in the right place. And I feel more so this is like a person that you're going to collaborate with and make something beautiful with them. So let's get your tarot cards to see more what this is talking about for pile number 3, Spirit Guides and Angels. What message do they need to hear before everything starts to happen? Look at this. We have 3 of Pentacles on the bottom of your deck. So I feel like people are coming in your life, pile number 3, to help you, to work with you, to collaborate with you when it comes to executing your creative visions. That's how I'm seeing this, because we see with the new page here, this is a very creative energy, with the painting. So maybe some of you are creative people here, and I feel like people are coming in your life to help execute your vision. Like helpers are coming in to work with you, to collaborate with you. The universe is sending you the right people. Okay, that's what I'm hearing, to execute your vision. Because maybe what also has made you feel stuck is like having the idea but nobody to execute it with properly. That's very important. When we're executing something, it's not just about doing it, it's also about finding the right people to do it with. Not everybody is gonna resonate with the same thing, and not everybody is gonna help you get the same results. So I feel it's really important to work with the right people as well when it comes to this. So perhaps maybe some of you have been patiently waiting for the right people to come into your life as well to execute something, and I do see them showing up. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so yeah, offers are coming in for you. This could be one person for some of you. It could be a love offer for some of you. For others of you, it could be an offer, like a generous offer of helping from somebody. But I do feel a person is coming in your life is what the universe wants to say. So you will see this reading right before, I want to say, either the right person or the right people show up in your life that will help you execute your project, your vision. Or again, for some of you, this might be talking about your love life, where this person enters in your life as your new partner. We also have the Emperor. We have the Two of Swords. The Death card. Wow, look at the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. And we also have the King of Wands. Yeah. a lot of masculine energy in this pile, I have to say, which I do associate masculine energy with help and with execution, you know, because masculine and feminine energy don't really have to do much with the gender itself. It's just like, what do the energy bring, you know? And we all have both energies. It's just about finding what is the right opportunity or the right place to use one or the other. And I feel like when it comes to work, when it comes to projects, the masculine energy is usually much more prominent and much more needed, because it helps us make the right decisions, execute things in a more efficient way. Sometimes we might need to be a bit more strict or a bit more cutthroat, and I feel like that's when the masculine energy comes in to, you know, make it clear for us what is the right thing to do. So I want to say also for you, pile number 3, the light of the end of the tunnel is approaching with the death card here. And I feel this is like that energy of you feeling confused or maybe not having clarity, feeling like you're stuck in one place. You almost like feeling like your hands are tied and like you don't know what to do. It's like maybe you have a vision but nobody to do it with, or you don't even have a vision of what to do, you know. So it does feel like you went through this period where you were lacking a lot of clarity, perhaps about what is your next move or what you're supposed to do next or how to do something properly. And I feel like that is the kind of energy that's ending in your life, that stagnating energy that has been keeping you stuck in one place. And moving forward, I feel like you're going to be surrounded with the right people to take action, to, you know, pursue towards a goal or towards a vision. I feel like you're not going to do this alone, pile number 3. There's definitely a sense of a lot of people who are very competent, might I add, particularly very competent into execution and also creativity. So there might be 2 people showing up in your life, maybe even 3 for some of you. Yeah, I'm seeing signs of 3 people. It's like there is one person who is coming in who's very genuine, very genuine with their approach, okay? Then we have with the Emperor somebody who is very serious, somebody who is like who knows how to execute things, who is a professional, okay? Especially they're a professional, they know their stuff, they're very serious about their work, they have been doing it for a while. So I feel with the Emperor, there's somebody who's very competent coming in your life. And then with the King of Wands, there's somebody who's very creative coming in, you know, somebody with a very creative perspective, but they're a master at creation, okay? They've been creating for a long period of their life is what I'm seeing. So they're coming in with a very mature creative perspective to help you out. One person feels a bit more new or a bit more mature, but I feel they're also coming in with a generous offer, not immature in a bad way, but maybe they just don't have much experience as the other people. This could also describe you, pile number 3, okay? Because I feel like maybe you're not as skilled as these 2 people or this one person who's coming in your life, but definitely I'm sensing like people who know their stuff coming in to help you to execute a vision properly. Okay, that's how I'm seeing your cards for today. So let's get your last 2 messages to end your reading. For pile number 3, Spirit, what is the last message that needs to come through? All right, we have the Twilight, surrender to the last hour when the light barely touches the flowers. So surrender to your last moments. Okay, this card also came out, I think it was pile number 2. Could be also pile number 1, but this is the card. This card is showing up for the 2nd time today. So, and you know, it's very fitting with, I said it in the previous pile, but it's also very fitting with the topic today as we're looking into a message that needs to come through for you before things start to happen. So it does seem like you're a few hours away, a few moments away from things starting to change and things starting to speed up for you. So just enjoy, you know, this last moments when things are a bit peaceful or more down to earth. And we also have dream. Have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself in a good book. So with the dream, you know, I feel like you're on to execute your dreams, nurture your dreams, analyze your dreams is what I'm hearing, and take care of them. I feel like it's a time where you're kind of starting to execute your dreams as well, pile number 3. So I feel like your guides want you to enjoy the process of this. You know, take it slow. You don't need to rush everything and make it happen as soon as possible. I feel like you should just enjoy the process that is about to come into your life. the process of creation, the process of developing your dream. So just be patient with yourself and be patient with everything that's unfolding here. But pawn number 3, I feel like that's what I have for your message for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!